Hello, everybody, and welcome to MITx MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science Pathway Schools webinar series. This is our third session in the Phase 3 series, and I'm Susanna Kivarkova, Program Manager for this program. I work alongside our course faculty, Assistant Director of Education, and other members of the team to support the development and runs of the MITx MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science. Before we proceed, and I hope you are able to see my screen. If not, it should pop up momentarily. I just kind of wanted to quickly go over the important part, and that is how to submit questions. So at any point throughout the webinar, you are welcome to submit the questions and through the Q&A button that you can see at the bottom of your screen. And if you have any questions that are not answered today, please feel free to send an email to sds-mm@mit.edu, which you can also see on the slide right now. So that's great. So moving on to the next slide. As you may already know, MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science was developed by MITx and MIT Institute for Data Systems and Society. So I want to take a moment to quickly introduce you to the Institute, and many of you may already be familiar with it. Institute for Data Systems and Society is committed to addressing complex societal challenges, and the interdisciplinary research and advancement of education is at the core of its mission. IDSS has been founded in 2015, and it spans across all 5 schools at MIT, and it now sits with the College of Computing. It is supported by more than 80 core and affiliate faculty from all across MIT. And generally, and I was here when this was happening, so thinking back to that year, IDSS faculty actually spent over a year thinking through and developing the structure of the MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science in the context of modern data science and with the goal of defining it for future generations. If you want to learn more about IDSS, I invite you to visit idss.mit.edu. And now we'll move on to the next slide. And again, I'll briefly talk about the MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science itself, which I'm sure most of you are very familiar with. As you know, this is the professional and academic credential for online learners from all over the world. And it is comprised of 4 online courses and a virtually proctored exam that will provide learners with the foundational knowledge essential to understanding the methods and tools used in data science and hands-on training in data analysis, as well as machine learning. So you would have to pass a set of 4 online MIT level of rigor courses and 1 virtually proctored set of exams, and then you can earn the MicroMasters credential from MITx. So learners who verify and earn their MicroMasters credential are able to share that credential in their professional channels, and they can also use that to apply for a PhD program in social and engineering systems at MIT, as well as other accelerated master's degree programs at other top universities, which right now include 30+ schools from all over the world. And today, as you know, the focus of this session will be that we take a closer look at some of these programs. So moving on to this sort of a slide that summarizes everything. Again, these are the courses that are made by IDSS faculty at MIT. There are 4 courses and 1 capstone exam that you would be engaged with. The program itself consists of 5 courses where 2 you have basically a choice of an elective, and 3 are core and required courses. Each course is equivalent in length to 1 MIT semester, which is between 14 and 16 weeks. And the time commitment for each course is similar to what we expect for our on-campus students, and that is between 10 to 14 hours per week. Courses are priced at $300 per course for verified learners, and you can purchase the whole program as a bundle at a discounted rate of $13.50. edX also offers financial aid to learners who qualify, and we always like to mention that. And generally, on average, we expect that learners will be engaged with the program for 15 to 18 months to complete the credential. So moving along to the next slide, this is the summary of the core classes in one elective. So you have 3 core and required courses, and 2 in the data analysis, which are electives, and you are able to choose one of them. So again, the 4 pillar stones of data science are listed here, which are probability, machine learning, fundamentals of statistics, and for data analysis, you can satisfy that category through data analysis in social science or through data analysis, statistical modeling, and computation and applications course. And that is a fairly new course. And then you would proceed to a capstone exam. For the capstone exam, we want to just quickly to mention what that's comprised of. It's a comprehensive exam that tests the knowledge of what you have learned in all the courses. And we refer to it as one capstone exam, but it is comprised of 4 2-hour virtually practiced exams. And each exam focuses on each of the courses, and there will be questions that test your knowledge across all the courses as well. So how does it work? Moving on to the next slide. Again, this would summarize how you would engage with the program and complete it. First of all, you need to complete and pass the set of 4 online courses and earn the certificate in it. You would then pass 1 practice exam and earn the certificate in that. And finally, having done all of this, you would gain your MicroMasters credential. And at that point, you can take that knowledge and skills that you've gained and apply it to your studies and to your career in the field of data science. And if you're interested in pursuing further graduate degree, there are many pathway schools, as I mentioned, that would take the MicroMasters credential that you have earned and embed it into their program. So today we will be looking at a couple of the schools, but these are the next slide and the following one are inclusive of all of the schools that we currently have listed on our website of pathway schools that you would consider. And then today, we are fortunate to have with us a representative from Algebra University College, as well as Woxsen University in India, and Algebra University College is in Croatia. So not to save on time, I'm gonna jump into the introduction of our first presenter from Algebra University College, and his name is Professor Leo Mršić, and I'll just pass on the floor to him. The title is Vice Dean for Science and Research and a Lab Director for Algebra University.
Thank you very much, Susanna. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for the introduction. And I would say that we look forward to receive our first students as part of this collaboration. So I would like to share my slides with you. Just give me a sec. Okay. I hope everything is okay. You see it? Perfect. Okay. So speaking to you from Zagreb, Croatia, from Europe, from Croatia, which we believe is a good place to live, good place to be in. We call it your live and learn destination. In a way, Croatia is a lifestyle capital of Europe because of the seaside, because of the Browning, because of lots of things that you know, and it's related to leisure, but also because of the great pool of technical universities and technical knowledge where my university, Algebra University College, is part of. So about a brief history of Croatia, maybe you won't be aware of that, but there are many people, very famous and important people, especially related to technology, that had the origins in Croatia or in this region. And also today, there are some modern companies that even in a small Croatia, the country is quite small, approximately 4 million inhabitants. We have a few unicorns that are also globally recognized, and we strongly believe that our university has also take part in it. Algebra University is the biggest technical private university in Croatia, serving approximately 15,000 individuals annually. And we are just about to move to our new campus, which will correspond with organizational change and lots of international collaborations that we signed in the past months. And one of them is also the one with Mršić Institute of Technology and this MicroMasters course. What is also interesting is that it's not common in our region that educational institutions receive the awards for entrepreneurship, but our honors were in position to award from EY the title Entrepreneur of the Year in 2020, and that's something that also put some legacy. Sorry. Do you hear me? Okay, sorry, I have some technical difficulties. I just need to be sure that do you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, because I cannot hear you well. Can you say something? Just give me a sec. Okay, I believe everything is okay now. So I hear you. I need to change my speaker. Something happened on my device. I'm sorry. Okay, so you still see my slides?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, perfect. So our programs are in a range from software engineering, system engineering, multimedia computing, digital arts, up to the data science. In a way, we are the only institution here in the region which fully comply with something called STEAM as the approach. And inside of that, we also have a very comprehensive data science program, which we believe that fulfills and follows all the trends that are in data science industry today. So we do believe that people need to combine different skills to be able to take their place in data science in the future. And because the data scientists, their knowledge and what they do goes beyond the aspects of not only engineering, but also towards the modern life, towards the all areas of study, towards some modern background of the people who need to invest their time, money, and knowledge to get some insights from the data. What we also strongly believe is that data scientists do not have to fulfill very strongly only one skill, but he or she need to have the combination of lots of skills. Therefore, using this data science knowledge, they can experience best of both worlds. So being looking at managerial perspective, so making the decisions or building the decision support systems, but also being an engineers and building some aspects and shapes of the future solutions that are based on data. Now, we see that a majority of tasks that were part of data science yesterday could be automatized. So the data scientists need to evolve. Therefore, we create a special program, which we now combine using several skills, where we put together roles not only for the individuals, but also for teams. So we practice that people during the study work in teams in order to acquire their formal diploma. So what you see on the screen is our program combined with MicroMasters, where to try to relate on the introduction, where the people don't need to wait for the certificate to happen. So for majority of universities, they decide to, how can I say, acquire or to recognize the certificate from MicroMasters in the future part in their education. What we try to do here, because we are private and therefore flexible, we try to fulfill this dynamics where the people can apply at the same time for MicroMasters and also for our program. We will then move out some of the topics that are that relate fully to the topics that are coming from MicroMasters, and then for individuals that are looking to go towards a formal diploma, they can do it in 2 years and not in 2+ the time that they would have or spend for MicroMasters. So I can just encourage you to apply, and I hope I will be seeing you soon in Croatia. For any additional questions that you may have, these are my contacts. I'm sorry for some technical difficulties, but I hope that you hear me well, and I'm open for Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think right now we can jump into questions if we have some.
Perfect. So one question that that has come in for several of these webinars is what is your support for students after graduation? What is the relationship that you have?
Well, so at the moment, but this is the fact of the market in digital technologies, 99% of our students are employed even during the faculty, but that's the fact these days with digital technologies. Our university is fully devoted to digital technologies and trying to unlock every aspect of them. Therefore, we are in constant communication with the companies. We have economic council where I would say the most important people in our country, board members of important companies, big companies, technological companies, banks, and others are trying to think together with us how to create the educational programs even better. We also have the oldest Croatian incubator program as part of our university, where students during their study can also play around with different innovative ideas because they can easily be funded with venture capital funds that are moving around the region. We do not invest directly into any team, but we encourage them, we prepare them, we do everything that is needed for students to understand, to see, to feel how the market looks like. So I would say that we are fully aligned with the needs of the modern labor market.
Perfect. Another question coming through is how do international students apply for the program?
Well, without any problem, we have international office. I can share the presentation, or you can just go to Algebra University College website, look for data science. There is a special microsite devoted to data science, to our program, but also to this collaboration with MIT. So you can just play along and or either send an email or just click on the contact button. The international office will solve any of your problems. For some countries, because Croatia is part of European Union, but for some countries, depending on where you are coming from, you need a visa. But we can provide all the documentation, all the help needed for you, not only to come to Croatia, but also to help you with staying here and enjoying the best of what we offer.
Thank you for that. And what about student life resources on campus? Do you have what other supplements do you provide for students?
Well, there are many sport facilities that could be used from the students. I would say that Croatia is one of the safest countries in EU, so you can always travel around. Zagreb is geographically located 1 hour from the seaside, 1 hour from the mountains, one hour from the continent. So you can quite easily, during your courses or outside of your stay during the weekends, you can easily explore Europe. And I don't know, we can fully support lots of things that are happening on site because during one calendar year, we have more than 400 activities. Okay, now because of COVID, everything is slowed down, but generally we have quite a good connections all around the country. So even if it's a discussion with some company, maybe visit to Rimac campus or Infobit campus, or maybe having a part-time employment, because as part of our university, we also have a small company which helps students to get some student jobs. You can easily play along. So we are trying to make this educational process fun, but at the same time relevant. And we would like all participants to get, how can I say, to try to see how the work in Croatia looks like. Let's say it like that.
To shift to a few questions about financial aid and financials, what type of financial aid are offered, and what are the criteria used for choosing recipients? And do they include any scholarships or fellowships?
Well, that depends on the specific candidate, because what we are trying to do here, because of this approach that I presented, is to acquire students not only, for example, from technical background, but also from business background, because we strongly believe that data science is a combination of different skills. So we try to put students in teams during their programs. So what we generally always support is the excellence. So with the good grades, you can get different kind of support or promotion from our university, but also we recommend best students to the companies. So I think that these days it's quite easily to get funding from the different companies in Croatia, because data scientists are in demand all across the world. So at the moment, I think that each person which complies with everything is needed for diploma is really a candidate to get a job quite fast and quite easy. Now that depends on some legal procedures, because now we are speaking in the global community, so I cannot answer to any specific problem for any country in the world. But generally, I think that everything can be discussed, and we're looking forward to see people from the countries that are not at the moment present in Croatia. I hope we will find a way for you to come and to experience what we have to offer.
Wonderful. What can you speak to a little bit about the backgrounds for some of the applicants in your program? Say if someone doesn't have any statistics or data science background in their undergraduate, can they still apply for the master's program?
Well, yes. We created quite comprehensive online preparatory course, and when the student apply with the background which is more like business-wise, or sometimes students do not really know what he would like or she would like to do in the future, then we try to prepare them this preparatory course, which is combined with lots of contact hours with mentors. We also provide additional contact hours with mentors because we would like their careers to be successful. So sometimes they need some additional effort to be made from our university to help them during the process. So at the moment, if I look back, I could tell you that we had at the same time a person with PhD in chemistry looking for an additional career or to advance in data science, but also people from all around the world with really basic backgrounds. Of course, that after this introductory course, some of them decide together with us that they should maybe get some additional knowledge. They should gain some knowledge before they enroll, because for us, it's important for them to be successful and not just to pay for the tuition. So I don't have the universal answer to you, but we pay a lot of attention to discuss with students what is the best possible path for them.
Great. Thank you, Professor Mršić, for answering all these great questions and providing us with a great overview of the program. I think in the interest of time, we will now move forward to our next school. And I will introduce our next speaker from Woxsen University in India, Chahat Mishra, Head of International Relations in the School of Business. The floor is yours, Leo. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and it's indeed a pleasure to have this dialogue with all of you this morning. Just to quickly introduce, and before that, let me just quickly share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
All right. So we are Woxsen University and located in Hyderabad in India, which is in the southern state. And if you see, Hyderabad is known as the tech hub of India. There are three cities which are, popularly known as the tech hubs, and that is Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Pune. We are in Hyderabad. So Woxsen University started off in 2014 as a school of business. And then from there on, we came up with two more schools, School of Architecture, School of Arts and Design, And then we added another school, School of Technology, which is engineering. So currently we have 4 schools at the university. We are a private university and one of the leading universities in Hyderabad in the state of Telangana. And we are known for our non-traditional courses, wherein we bring the flavor of emerging technology and the expertise of financial services in the curriculum that we provide to our students. Just to share with you, as a Woxsen advantage, we focus on not just theory-based curriculum, but also an applied learning or an experiential learning approach. We have a diverse group of faculties which are globally renowned and coming from top institutions across the world. Since COVID, we have got into the blended learning of teaching. And then our system is not just academically designed, but also, is in very close connection with the industry practices. That's where we are. That is industry academia interface. And if you just ask me what are the core pillars of Woxsen, we focus on research and development, internationalization, experiential learning, and last and not the least, creating an entrepreneurship kind of an environment, which is a startup ecosystem, being a tech hub in India. We are a 200-acre campus and with all state-of-the-art infrastructure facilities. That's why we are building here a world-class university. We also have a dedicated incubation center called a Trade Tower, wherein students with business ideas come forward and discuss that. And we make sure that we incubate most of the startups, and not just incubate them, but also scale them up with providing the requisite mentorship. If you look at the disciplines and the programs that we have across the schools here at Woxsen, the School of Business has postgraduate and undergraduate programs. School of Technology has undergraduate programs, and the School of Arts and Design has various programs in fashion design, industrial design, and so on and so forth. Moving forward, we have School of Architecture, where again we are having an undergraduate program, and in the next year we are coming up with 2 more schools in the School of Humanities and School of Law. We also have PhD, that is doctorate programs in marketing, HR operations, robotics, machine learning, data science, and others, as you can see on the slide. As an MITx MicroMasters student, when you decide to take up a pathway, what we at Woxsen bring in as 2 courses for you are MBA in Business Analytics and MBA in Financial Services. Now, what are the salient features of the program when we talk about MBA Business Analytics is it involves specializations in marketing, operations, finance, and HR, but all of that is linked directly with analytics. If it is finance, it is financial modeling and analytics. If it is marketing, we are talking about digital marketing and web analytics. If we are talking about operations, it is supply chain and operations analytics. So we ensure that in the MBA Business Analytics and Artificial Intelligence Machine Learning program, we provide you the requisite exposure, not just via the curriculum, but also the lab, which is one of its kind in Asia. We have a AI and Robotics Lab at Woxsen campus. Should you decide to come here physically, we would be more than happy to welcome you to use and have an access to the facilities of AI and Robotics Lab or the Analytics and Behavioral Lab. We also have a Bloomberg in Finance Lab. I will cover that in the next slide when I talk about MBA in Financial Services. We also provide value-add certifications in IBM, Tableau, SAS, ITIL. We use Python, Julia, and most of these programming languages to give you a feel of what exactly business analytics and artificial intelligence looks like. Now, we also have tie-ups with some corporate houses wherein we do consulting. Our students come up with prototypes of certain projects, and then the funding comes from the companies. So if you have some amazing idea and that you would like to work on, when you are here at Woxsen in India, we would love to provide you the platform. Moving on to the next program is MBA in Financial Services, which is in also association with Bloomberg. We have a Bloomberg Finance Lab with 20 live terminals on campus, one of the only 5 universities in India to be providing this. Now, when we talk about the salient features, it helps you develop an understanding and awareness of what are the economic trends of the world and how does the stock market at any given point in time looks like. How does portfolio management, trading and banking and investment looks like? How can you stay updated with the changing and the volatile market scenario? All of that is taught in MBA Financial Services. So should you decide to take up stock market and want to work in the banking financial services industry, this is the right program for you. The program includes ideation, innovation, sales pitch, investments in trading. We have participations in Bloomberg competitions globally. So if you are choosing to participate in the MBA Financial Services program, I believe that would be a great option for you, considering the many opportunities that it opens for you. Moving forward, at Woxsen, this is part of the administrative facilities. If you can see on the slide, we have a healthcare center, which is a care and cure. We have a 24/7 ambulance in the campus. We have a supermarket, a cafe, a restaurant. We have, just to share with you, Asia's largest sports complex in Woxsen. As I already mentioned, we have a trade tower. There is Career Connect Lounge, which helps you in jobs, the placement opportunities. These are the glimpses of the administration building. And if you see, this is the academic complex from the inside. Moving forward, these are the classrooms ranging from a large size classrooms to a medium size, depending upon the need of the programs. This is the central library, again, by far the largest in Asia in a private university, with more than 15,000 journals physically, and you have access to online journals as well. The top floor, as you can see, is the incubation center trade tower, where you can come and discuss your innovative business ideas, and we ensure that we incubate some of them. This is the AI and Robotics Lab. Again, if you're a part of the MBA Artificial Intelligence and Business Analytics program, you are also privileged to be working in this lab, should you have any ideas and want to work on some of the programs. Similarly, we have already spoken about the trade tower, so I will not cover much on that. Moving forward, what are the admission requirements for MBA in Business Analytics? One should be an undergraduate in either BTech or any bachelor's degree in computer applications, mathematics, statistics, IT services, and you should possess a minimum of 60% of aggregate from a recognized university of your country. What are the accepted entrance test scores? We believe and we strongly accept GMAT, GRE, NMAT, XAT, which are quite widely accepted in India. And this program is also open for working professionals. Moving forward, the admission requirements for MBA professionals pretty much remains the same. but here you should be an undergraduate in computer applications or IT services, and again with a minimum of 60% of aggregate, and the entrance test scores of GMAT, GRE, NMAT, and the rest remains the same. Woxsen University is a member of Triple Crown accreditation bodies, AACSB, EFMD, and AMBA. We are currently enrolled in the accreditation process of each of these three bodies. We are well covered as per the Indian accreditation bodies like NBA, Council of Architecture, and we are members of GRLI, PRME, and RRBM cohorts. Rankings, we are top 4 in all India top private university as per Times B School Rankings 2021. And our engineering is all India top emerging engineering institute in India. As per Business World 2020 rankings, we are top 16 in all India top private B schools. In 2020, in the World Education Summit in Hyderabad, Woxsen School of Business was provided for the best global exposure as part of the 16th World Education Summit. And our design institute is again in the top 10 of India. That's it. I think we have pretty much covered everything pertaining to the presentation from our side. Should you have any questions for me, please feel free to get in touch with me at chahat.mishra@woxsen.edu.in. We would love to answer your questions pertaining to the pathway and any questions that you may have even after you have seen this video and at any given point in time. And this is my personal contact number. That's it. And I would now hand it over to Susanna.
Thank you, Chahat. The great presentation, a lot of information shared with the learners. At this point, we're going to see if we can jump to questions, if we have any. And I will let Philippe lead us through that.
Sure. So our first question is, how many students are admitted to the master's program in each of your programs?
Sure. So just to share with you, in the School of Business, we have 800 students. And if you look at the master's programs, then we have around 400 plus students in masters alone, combining all MBA General, MBA Financial Services, and MBA in Business Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. And just to share with you, MBA in Financial Services and MBA Business Analytics are two flagship programs of Woxsen. And considering the the Indian demand as well as the future that we perceive, where AI, machine learning, and financial services play a crucial role in anybody's career.
And to shift to the experience of an international student, how would an international student apply for the program, and what language or languages is the master's program taught?
Sure. So all the programs at Woxsen are taught in English, and one has to be fully proficient in English, and that happens to be either you can provide us with a score of IELTS or a TOEFL, or you can have a proficiency certificate signed from your university or your board of whichever board you gave your undergraduate program exam. So you can have that. And as part of the entry, if any one of you would like to contact us directly, you can contact us by email or by writing us directly to the international office. You'll find the coordinates given on the website as well. We would be open to provide the students 18 credits. That's as part of the the partnership that we have with MITx pathway program. So whether you decide to be a part of the MBA Business Analytics or the MBA Financial Services, you need to take up a minimum of 18 credits in order to qualify.
Could you speak a little bit more about financial aid? What forms of financial aid are offered, and the criteria for choosing recipients of the financial aid?
Sure. So, that depends mostly on the background of the student who applies. If someone is financially not very sound, we will have a look at the profile, and most of the cases we would like to go on a merit-based scholarship. If someone who has been showing a consistent academic performance throughout his schooling and his undergraduate, we would be very happy to support that child in some way. We can offer an early bird, or based on a specific motivation letter, where you can specify why you should be given a scholarship, or something which really justifies that you are not capable of taking up a huge financial burden. So we would be happy to entertain any of such genuine queries. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the backgrounds of some students in your programs? Do you need to have an SDS background as an undergraduate to apply?
Sure. Just to share with you, the background of students are mostly, I would say, freshers. So in India, there are two terminologies which are used, that either they are freshers, either students are freshers, or they are experienced professionals with 2 or 3 years of working experience. In Woxsen, the majority of the students are having a fresher and a combine of 1 or 2 years of minimum work experience. Students coming up with at least some work they have done in the past as part of their internship, or worked somewhere in a company for a year or so. And people come here with some really good, I would say, life projects and internships, because that's very I would say widely accepted here in India. And as an institution that is building a world-class university, we would be looking at something which aligns to the global standards, wherein you carry some amount of work experience. Otherwise, we are open for having freshers as well, as long as it aligns to your career. So that's the background of students here at Woxsen.
Any more questions, Philip?
Those are all the questions that I've seen. So
sounds great. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot. Thank you very much, Chahat. And at this point, we can proceed to wrapping up. If we have no further questions, I would take a moment to thank our speakers. Thank you for joining today and making this possible. It's always great for learners around the world to have that deep dive information that's shared directly by the Pathway schools. And all of your presentations are informative, and thank you for providing all of the follow-up information, contact information that learners can use. And again, we do have a few minutes, so if any of you, Chahat or Leo, have any last-minute comments, please feel free to use this time to jump in and connect with learners again.
Yeah, maybe just to at the end make some point about the website. So it's algebra.hr. If you Google for data science, you will see our program, and here there is a special part of the website which explains everything that is needed for this collaboration, and how you can enroll, and who could be the contacts for you. So just, it's not easy in this format to provide. Here it is. I hope you see it now.
Yes.
Okay, so here on algebra.hr you have this information about data science program, and here there is a special part which relates to collaboration with MIT MicroMasters. So it's not easy in this format to provide all the information, so I encourage you to reach to us or to our colleagues and ask for more information. I really hope that we could be of the assistance not only for the boarding process but also during your careers, because we would like to take part in the digital future together with you. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much, Susanna, for giving this platform to Woxsen. We're really honored to present our programs to the MITx MicroMasters, prospective students choosing to take a pathway to Woxsen. Just to share with you and to the audience as well, if you would like to know more in detail about the program, MBA in Business Analytics and MBA in Financial Services, please feel free to visit our website and go under the Programs tab, and you will see MBA Business Analytics, where you can have a glimpse of what are the subjects that are offered and which are the core subjects, the elective subjects. Just as I would say a reminder, these are 18 credits, and once you've chosen to come to Woxsen, it should be a minimum of 8 credits, and we will be really happy to provide you with any scholarship if you are providing us with a motivation letter and some background of why you're looking out for a financial aid. So thank you so much, MITx team, and to everyone a part of this webinar. And thank you, Susanna, and the organizing team.
Thank you. Yes, it's really great to have everyone here, and we definitely look forward to learning more about the credential holders who actually have joined into your programs, and those are the future stories to come. So today, before we wrap up, I have one slide to share with everyone, and we will pull it up, and that sort of leads you to some of the websites that we encourage all of the learners to visit. One is we have the link to all of the previous Pathway School webinars, which we have conducted, and you are welcome to see any of the schools that we have previously connected with through a webinar, and that gives you more information, more options. Also, we want to point you to the link at the very bottom is the learners testimonial videos, and that will give you a glimpse of stories into learners who have completed the credential, the MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science. And we are at this point, at the point where we're nearing 1,000 mark, and we have learners represented from over 60 countries in the world. So we're very excited to share that. So again, we want to thank all of the learners for joining. We again thank all of the presenters for your informative presentations, and we look forward to seeing many of the learners back in the forums, in the course forums, in the SDS program. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you so much, and namaste.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.